Today's workout is called Oh My Quad because we are really going to be focusing on the legs, specifically the front of the legs. We're going to start with a squat combo of 3 different squat stances, but go through it all one time. So we'll start with a narrow squat stance. And you can hold your hand weights or not have your hand weights. Just narrow, feet point forward. They're parallel to each other, hip width distance apart. And you're just going to squat back and up, back and up. Remember, the depth is extremely important. You don't just want to come a little bit down, come all the way down. So you're going to do 20 narrow squats. After you do 20, hardly any rest, just enough to reposition to a regular squat stance. Heels are now shoulder width distance. Squat back and down, squeeze at the top, back and down, squeeze at the top. Final set of 20, a wide sumo squat, down and up, down and up. Focus on opening the knees wide and then squeezing your glutes at the top of the move. So do 20, 20, 20, 3 times through. Narrow, regular sumo, 3 times through. After that, we have a reverse lunge with a knee up. So that's where we are gonna lunge back, tap down, and then hop up. If you don't wanna do the hop, you can just drive the knee up. A little bit of balance. If you're wobbly, just tap the toe. So you'll do 20 on the right and then 20 on the left, followed by deadlifts. Grab your weights. Go as heavy as you can here. Palms face in, feet at that parallel position. Hinge at the hips with a nice long spine, flat back. Come down till you feel a stretch in the hamstrings and the glutes. Squeeze the glutes and hamstrings to stand. Remember, squeeze, ugly butt at the top. Inhale, hinge, stretch. Exhale, squeeze, stand. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, squeeze, stand. So 20 reps of the deadlifts. You're supersetting the lunge with the knee up, right and left with the deadlifts. Third exercise is gonna be a weighted sumo squat with a pulse. So yes, we did these at the beginning of class, but now we're definitely gonna be adding the weights. Just hold the weights at your heart center, heels in, toes out, all the way down, all the way up. Sliding down an imaginary wall, straight spine, shoulders over hips. After you do 20, you're gonna hold it at the bottom and pulse for 20. If you need a little extra work, releve the heels, meaning lift your heels up nice and high and get deeper into those inner thighs. After you do your 20 pulses, 20 squats and your 20 pulses, then we have a single leg Romanian deadlift. You only need one of your weights. And really, you can hold the weight in either hand. I'm gonna hold the weight in the same hand that I'm balancing on. So I'm balancing on my right foot, I've got the weight in my right hand. You can take your left arm out to a T to balance or take your hand to your hip to balance. Just like the regular deadlifts. Hinge at the hips, but as the chest lowers, the back leg lifts. Go to where you feel the stretch in that front leg, and then again, squeeze to stand. Try not to touch the ground with that back foot. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze. I'll show you from the front as well, but on the other leg. So balancing on the left, weight is in the left hand. Right arm out to the side for balance as a T or hand to hip. Hinge at the hip, lower down. Exhale, squeeze to stand. Take these nice and slow, right? Slower doesn't get it, or excuse me, faster is not gonna do anything for you. Because what you need to look out for is the hip opening up, the right hip opening up. Keep your hips square to the ground. Nice, steady focal point. It's very important that you work stability. You're working not only these big muscles in the glutes and hamstrings, but also tiny ankle muscles in the ankles and those inner thighs. So very beneficial exercise. So you go through the sumo squats and the Romanian deadlifts 4 times, and then our final end workout. Really getting those quads. Take your weight and hold it with your feet. This is actually harder than it looks. I'm gonna use this 5-pound weight and probably get a really good burn in my quadriceps. Take your hands behind you. With the weight, lift your feet off of the ground. You're gonna straighten and extend those legs, and then bend the knees again. Squeeze, extend, lower. Squeeze, extend, lower. So this is just like the leg extension machine at the gym, working the front of the thighs. You're gonna do 20 of these. Then you're gonna come to standing, one weight in each hand. And find a lunge position. What we're gonna do here is a lunge hop. We're not alternating, just hopping up and down. 20 on the right, 20 on the left. Now the modification for this, I'm gonna switch legs, is just a static lunge up and down. So do what you can, hop or just stay going up and down. Either way, you're gonna feel it. And then the third and final, you're gonna need a chair or a countertop here. We're gonna take a little move from ballet bar class. Come to the back of the chair or the counter. Take your feet parallel to each other and lift high up onto the balls of the toes. Now, tucking your hips underneath you, I want you to slide down, keep the shoulders over the hips, and you're gonna feel strength through those quads. You're gonna lower down and come about 3/4 of the way up. Lower down, 3/4 up. So 20 of these 3/4 reps. And then bring it down to the bottom and pulse again for 20. Tiny pulses, like 2 inches up, 2 inches down. Remember, heels are super high, higher than you want to take them. And then after you pulse for 20, just hold at the bottom for 10, 9, 8, heels higher, 7, 6, tuck the hips under, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stand. Nice job, shake it out. And then do that whole thing over from the leg extensions, leg extensions, static lunge hops, and then the bar squat and pulses. This is an amazing leg workout.